Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2, A Legacy of the Void. Today, from TSL 9, it's going to be Reynor versus Astrea. Top left, it is Reynor, world champion, and the bottom right, it is Astrea. Not a world champion, but he does have the name Max Angel, which is an incredible name. So it's America versus Italy today. And again, Reynor is higher on the Aligulac rankings, as we all know. But man, Astrea is very, very good at using Heroes PvZ strategy, featuring a lot of Oracles and a lot of Stalkers and some Disruptors and stuff. And man, he looked very, very good using it the other day. So let's see what he does here against Reynor, other than blocking the natural hatch. Raider says, okay, man, that's okay. I have my hatch blocked 37 times a day. I'm used to it by now. Let's look at a Aligulac ranking overview. See where our guy Astrea is from here, or where he's listed anyway. So Serral, Maru, Reynor, Hero, Clem, Beyond, Dark, Max Pax, Solar, and Bunny are our top 10 right now. That's some pretty impressive stuff. And Astrea's 20. So he's ranked right around the same place that Dongray Gu and Time and Creator and Sue are. Interesting. Okay. All right. So, I mean, it's 20 versus, you know, Reynor. So this should be a Reynor win. But again, I'm really curious to see what Astrea is able to pull off here against the very terrifying Zerg player who has looked really good for, you know, a long time now. He made the leap. He won a world championship, and he's just kind of stayed there ever since. He's just been a terror against anybody, against Maru, against Hero, against Stats. When Stats was still around, Reynor has given it to everyone. So let's see what he does here today. So far, it looks like a pretty standard third base timing from him. In the next 10 or 15 seconds or so, Astrea on the other side, Chrono Boosting out at Adept for scouting purposes. Got a second pylon in the main. Probably going to throw up a Stargate right about now. Yep, cool. Stargate popping. Probe being active. Third base not coming in when I thought it would. Interesting. Yeah, he's going up to 300 minerals, though, so it's got to be now. You there. Okay, fine. So it's like 10 seconds off on my prediction. It's cool. Happens sometimes. Adept's moving out for the scouting purposes, of which I referenced just a second ago. Going to try to see, is there a Roach Warren? Is there a lair? How many gases have been taken? I forgot. Yeah, there we go. So the Shade says, yes, you did get a third base. That's good information to have. And yes, you didn't cancel the second base, which would be incredibly stupid. And I don't know why anybody would ever do that, but, you know, just making sure. And then coming in, is the gas saturated? No, it's not saturated. Is there a lair? No. So this is macro from Reynor. So Astrea says, okay, let's say for me to probably get a third base here. And also I'm making a Void Ray, which also helps me be safe to get a third base. Because, yeah, Reynor's droning. He's droning super ultra hard right now. He's already up to 32 workers. Astrea has 35 because Chrono Boost is really good. But the Zerg player fighting hard. And there you go, just naked thirding because he's like, you don't have enough links to shut that down. You're spending all your money on hatches and drones and overlords and queens right now. And there are a handful of lings might harass it a bit, but that's not going to be enough. Yeah, so Astrea's fine. Astrea third base timing looking hot. Void Ray, again, really good at defending in situations like this. And an Oracle on the follow-up from Astrea. Okay. This could be him trying to go hero style against Reynor. I wouldn't... Honestly, if I was him, I'd try it. I think he looks better doing hero style with the Oracles than, I don't know, any other thing I've seen him do in a PvZ in a while. So... Is he going to do it or not? The thing is, are you predictable, right? If all you ever do is the Oracle PvZ style, then Zerg players are better at handling it, because if they know it's coming, it's easier to deal with. Not that it's easy to deal with, though, right? Right. Anyway, Oracle cruising around, and Safety Spore exists. The natural Safety Spore popping now. Void Ray popping into harass in the main base, but two queens can handle that no problem, especially if they have a Spore to fall back to. So Oracle, no, doesn't get anything done. Takes some hits, gets a kill. Negligible result here. Gonna go for a robotics facility and a pretty quick charge upgrade here from Astrea. Okay, We could be seeing charge lot upgrade from our guy. Oh, just harassing the probes as they transfer into the third. That's so good. That is such good lane control. Pull back. Pull back. Probes, get out of there. He's like, you didn't make a shield battery at your third base, he says. That's a mistake, and your Void Ray was out of position too, so he gets 3 probes. Nice. Very good stuff. There is gas being taken at the second base, though, so this isn't a charge lot all in. I mean, obviously there's a third base here, so it's not a 2-base variety anyway. And a Templar Archives coming in too. So maybe not. Maybe we're not going to see a ton of charge lots here. At least not of, again, the all-in variety, where you just kind of cut base expanding, you cut probe production, you just make as many zealots as you can and try to kill. That might have actually worked here, because literally it's 7 lings and 6 queens on the map right now. And I'm not sure Reynor would have been able to handle it. This Oracle's still got its 1 kill. Where's the Warp Prism? Did he cancel the Warp Prism? Oh. He changed his mind, it seems like. Because okay, so now he's making one. He was making one earlier. Maybe he was going for a Charge Lot Archon style thing. Maybe all in, and then he's like, never mind. But roaches are popping now. So, I mean, roaches are the anti-all-in unit. If you show up with some kind of an all-in against a Zerg player and they have roaches, you're like, ah, okay. Unless your all-in's like battle cruisers, in which case the roaches are fine and die. But, yeah, especially against Protoss. You have a bunch of roaches. You can handle Charge Lot Archons, Archon all-ins. You can handle, obviously, the Adept stuff, too. Roaches are really good there. I don't know. Astrea is just kind of chilling, man. 4th base. He's like, well, if Reynor doesn't want to kill me now, I'm probably okay with that. He's getting a 4th base up here at the 12 o'clock spot. Observer scouts in. He does catch the infestation pit coming in at 6.5 minutes and done at 6:55. It doesn't take that long to build. So hive timing very possible from Reynor. And there it is. So hive timing 7:02 on the nose. Mortal can't get out because there is an Adept blocking its path. Says, please, please Adept, come on. See, and then the roaches are like, oh, you're showing up with 2 Archons, huh? Nope. Not happening. Shield battery is back at this 3rd base now. Roach doesn't make it back to his family. No. Roachy. This base under attack. Oh, got to reposition Astrea. The roaches are over here now. And good enough. Good enough. The reposition took like a 1.5 seconds, so not a big deal. Reynor's creep spread is insane. Has there been any attempt to kill the creep tumors today? 2 of them have died, so yes. Some effort has been put in. Oh, these roaches are coming on an attack, and I think they just got spotted by an Adept that was down there, or something died as they were coming that way, so they had to pull back. Roach Ravager in the mix here. Again, don't engage off creep and keep spreading that creep. Points 1 and 2 today. Disruptors on the way. Lurker Den coming in here too. So we are absolutely going into a bit of a late game PvZ here. When the hive's on the way and disruptors are coming out, that's how you know where you are. Hydralisks, are we going to use them for lurkers or for actual hydras? Hydra's not bad against this particular setup. Stalkers, Archons, Void Rays, yes. Hydra's very good. However, if they're just being used for lurkers, I wouldn't say no to that either. Because really, it's only 1 Void Ray. And the disruptors. Okay, so he's like, I have splash damage now. Let's go. No, just kill these tumors. Let's make it so Reynor can't get right on top of me with his creep. He's very close to doing that. But good force field, killing a few roaches there. Not bad. Creep tumor sniped again. And disruptor. 2 tumors down. Nice. Very nice. So pushing this creep back. Astrea establishing what he wants to do here. Showing he's got the disruptors. And Reynor's like, rah. Hate disruptors. Splitting against disruptors when you've got roaches is really hard to do. Reynor can do it. I'm not very good at doing it at all. Of course, I really haven't practiced either, so it's my own fault is what it is. Yeah, just clear that creep. Clear that creep. Wait until you have... Okay, so he's got a bunch of Immortals and Stalkers and Archons and Disruptors here. You know, it's kind of an anti-lurker setup now. The Disruptors are pretty good in this situation. The Immortals are very good in this situation. Stalker's not bad, not ideal. But even Archons... Ah! Roach counterattack to the natural base. No! Into the 3rd base. And then Reynor's like, okay, I guess we got to engage out here and defend it at home because this is Reynor we're talking about. Void Ray, kick on the prismatic alignment, Void Ray. No, it's on cooldown. He was using it earlier and he can't anymore. Ah! 12 more Hydras in production. Lurker's well positioned to cover this gap and this gap. That's so smart. Okay, so Roach's gonna die, but they took 9, 10, maybe a couple more probes with them. They're very, very dead, but here's the engagement we've been looking for. Nice connection on the corrosive bile there. Ooh, Overseer gets sniped, and all right, willing to sack this base is Reynor and all the drones that go along with it. 2 of them made it out. So 9 probes died, but 5 drones died, and a hatchery died here too. Okay, Astrea being very, very careful. He's got disruptors up the wazoo here, 4 of them, with another one on the way, making a fleet beacon behind it. It's like, okay, I have 4 bases in with 5. I really hate lurkers. Let's go carrier. Maybe Void Ray. Something! Disruptors do take down one of the lurkers. And again, you're not just going to crush our guy Reynor with 1 attack like that. 5th base canceled, link counter attack. Reynor very aware of what's going on here. Good split on those Hydras and those Lings, but still taking some damage from those Purification Novas. 1 Adept holding the line, but got a shield battery behind her. She's going to be okay. Throwing up a 2 Stargates. Man, I wish I really had this base as well. This Stalker is dead. Cool stuff. Whoa! How did they get all the way back here? But only, okay, 3 probes died, but man, like 4 lurkers died back there. That was not a good trade for Reynor. He's okay with that, I think, though. Oh, okay. No observers. Bad. Disruptors catching one of the lurkers there. Ling Hydra Roach down at the 3rd. Astrea kind of just getting pulled apart by attacks from many different directions at once here, which is what Reynor is really good at. What Zerg is especially really designed to be good at with the speed of most of their units. It's 194 to 196 supply, though. Astrea's holding. His carrier production is happening here. He hasn't lost any bases yet. He's really only lost 16 probes, which is manageable. And again, trying to get a 5th base without defending it. Why do you think Raider's going to let you have this thing? What is wrong? Oh, free Void Ray. Yo! Yeah, free Void Ray, free Stalker, Disruptor, go! Shoot a shot! Ah! He's thinking about, I don't even know what that is. He's pushing up here. The Disruptor, oh, I shot a shot that I missed. All of a sudden, it's getting a little bit insane here, though. On the counterattack, nothing is really standing up to Astrea's army, but the Ling Roach Hydra stuff is causing major problems here on Astrea's side of the map as well. So we're going to lose another hatchery. Yes, 18 probes go down, 3 drones die. Reynor is taking a lot more economy away from Astrea than Astrea is taking from Reynor. But if this base dies, we're going to start evening this thing up for sure. He's got carriers. He's got 2. He's making 2 more. This army might just need to recall out of here at this point. Disruptor shots, trying to keep his units alive. Focus down the hatchery. Counter stutter stepping. No! He didn't get the hatch for some reason. Ah, no. If you're going to lose everything, you gotta get something more than just like 2 or 3 drones up there and taking the hatch down to 400 HP. That's not going to be enough. So the carriers have arrived. Oh, did he kill the lurker den with that? I thought that was an evolution chamber. He killed the lurker den, but he had to reveal the carriers, and now he's giving Reynor enough time. He's pumping Hydras. Again, smaller numbers of carriers. Hydras can handle it. But army value is 100 to 63. Reynor's up 191 to 118 total supply. Astrea took too much damage down this way and didn't do enough damage on the other side. It's trades, man. This game is all about trades. I give you, 20 probes and a Nexus. I like this Zealot Warpin, though. You give me 1 hatchery and, 10 drones or something, but because of the nature of Zerg, he's got more bases. He can afford to lose it. Lose what he did. 2 hatcheries have died, but the income tab looks like this right now because Astrea lost a full, about a half of his income there and has not been able to establish a 5th because he hasn't done anything to defend it either. Not going to go Corruptors here as Reynor today. He's going Vipers? No, just kidding. He started Aspire right now. Okay, so he's going to try to Hydra Viper this carrier thing where you abduct carriers into the Hydra Ball. It's easier than just kind of standing and trying to fight them, especially as they start to get up to 4 to 5 to 6 carriers, which there are 6 now with 2 more on the way. So, yeah, the Lings aren't getting anything done. They're not helping at all. Are there enough Hydras to kill all of your Interceptors? Well, with Disruptor support, yo, maybe not. Maybe not. Retreating Hydras are not firing. That's the trick here. That's the trick of this thing. Oh, and then you have some Storm support as well. All right. Okay, these Hydras are like, oh, let's static storm that way. Let's turn around and go into the natural base. Maybe we can cancel an upgrade. We can. On the other side, some Zealots causing some issues, but only really a couple of them there. They did deny air weapons level 2, which was almost done. That's big. Carrier count getting a little bit unruly here. There are 8. Yep, 8 total carriers up. Interceptors being produced all the time. Just trying to buy time with Zealots on the other side of the map. The transfuses are good. It's trying to kill Hydras, but they're getting transfused as well. Not a traditional target for transfuses because they have so little HP, but it'll work out in the end here. +1 flyer attack on the way. More lurkers coming in. I don't know if lurkers are what you want right now against this disruptor carrier ball, but Astrea's fighting, clawing back. He really needs a 5th so bad, and he's taking one up at this right side, but the question of the day, as always, is it too late? No! 2 carriers died. Were those abducted? Must find out. They must have been. There's no way they just wandered. Oh, yeah, okay. Abduct. Revelation, but abduct. And then they didn't flee immediately. I'm not sure it would have mattered. Oh, that's huge. Ooh, that's a huge disruptor hit, though. That's really big stuff. Feedback on the Vipers, abducting an Archon to its death. Here, too, Reynor just picking at the edges of what Astrea is trying to do here right now. More disruptors in production. Purification Novas are invulnerable. When they're coming in, all you can do is run. Yeah, carrier count to a manageable 6 now. 8 was a little bit scary. The abducts really helped Reynor on that one. He's expanding everywhere, too. He's trying to do these little, these little push buys, these little run buys with Stalkers and Zealots and whatever he can afford. But Reynor's sitting at 4,000 minerals and 2,000 gas, and he just has a massive bank. And these Stalkers are sure maybe going to kill some probes here. A couple of them went down, but that actually, the army pulls back and allows Astrea a chance to move up and clear some creep at the very least. Is he going to push in further? I don't know. Spire's not done yet. Wait, it is done. That's a second Spire because he's working on air upgrades. So he's got 2 Spires. Yeah, 2 Spires. 4 Corruptors are now on the way. Astrea holding this base is of the utmost importance. The utmostest. Why are we letting these guys wander in here? Okay, now they're dead. Nice. 64 to 79 workers. Bam. Income tab is all purple right now. Oh, this one lurker sitting here. It's the thing. If you're Zerg and you're everywhere, you're setting up lurkers in random positions and doing 4 things at the same time, and is really, really strong. It's so hard for players to deal with it. So Corruptor count getting a little bit impressive. There's 9 of them out now. The carrier group's at 7 with an 8th one on the way with +2 attack, about 60% complete on the new Cyber Core, which is right next to where the old one was. So pretty vulnerable to things like, I don't know, Zerglings wandering in and killing it, but whatever. So, I mean, Reynor, he just bought himself some time, right? He's like, look, pushing in here with Hydras is not going to work. Let's abduct 2 of the carriers if we can and kill them. That'd be nice. And then in the background, oh, beautiful storm, and then holy disruptor balls, Batman. Big time hits there for sure. That was nice. Lurker making sure that Astrea doesn't take this gold base down here, and maybe he wants to take this gold base down here, he says. So nice. And he's trying to retake this 6 o'clock, which he has failed to do so 3 times. Ah, Warp Prism warp into the main base, gets sniped by Hydras. Yeah, Reynor's just picking Astrea apart here with his traditional, traditional carrier Archon Void Ray Disruptor Storm setup. Abducting the lurkers in and trying to focus them down. They're not dying, though. The disruptors actually stayed alive during that ordeal. That was kind of a big deal. 8 drones are down. Hatchery down. Oh, just lost a carrier to a spore. That's never cool at all. But I don't know. Now it's 126 to 126 army supply. The disruptors being at the front here taking hits is not what I want from them. He's not controlling them all that well. Zealots trying to take down this bottom left base. But there are lurkers there, my friend. Disruptors at the front. Big hits there on that Hydra count. All of a sudden, the Hydra count is down. Oh, there's 22 Corruptors, though. There's only one Hydra remaining. They're turning themselves into Lurkers as part of why. But the Corruptor count is what's scary, which is why the Archons are here, which is why Reynor was abducting Archons earlier. He's like, okay, this is going to come down to some kind of carrier Corruptor battle, and I can win that as long as there aren't any Archons below causing me major issues like these guys are. Okay, reinforcing Roaches and Hydras coming in. He's got Storm with him too, though. Astrea has the recipe. He's got the different ingredients here to create a dead Zerg soup. Is it? Oh my gosh, there's no way. Astrea was down. I'm not caster cursing this, but he's looking a lot better than I thought he would after he was down like 100 supply. Dude, Storm's in there. Oh, it's all this clumped up Zerg. No, Corruptor's getting killed by even carriers now at this point. Hydra's dying all over the place. 105 to 107 supply here. Astrea says, sure, we'll just kill another one of your hatchers. There are 32 drones here. Reynor doesn't have much more of a bank. Okay, he does abduct and almost kill a carrier, but that hurts. Almost killing a carrier is not how you want to do this. Disruptor shots are keeping Reynor away. No way is Astrea in this position right now. Look, Reynor's a world champion. He can come out of this. I'm not going to say this is an Astrea win, but oh my gosh. Remember, 10 hatcheries is the threshold. He's got 7 right now. This bottom left base is definitely going to die. This carrier lagging behind everything else. I don't feel good about it at all. Okay, all right. It worked out. The Corruptor's flying in. There's a beautiful abduct. That is a dead carrier. But 18 drones have died. 8 hatcheries have died. Astrea has taken the opportunity to expand to places he hasn't been able to expand for a while now because, well, he's been on the back foot, and now he's on the other foot, and now it's 65 to 31 workers. The income tab goes, woo, all the way down into Astrea's side of the graph. He just forced to cancel on a hatchery at the 1 o'clock position. He's getting into this 12 o'clock position too, killing the drones on gas. Did you see that target fire? That was sick. Go after the ones on gas, because gas is what Reynor needs to win this game. Minerals are not going to help him. He doesn't have any money. He's got 200 minerals and 53 gas total right now. Astrea! Max Angel. That's what this dude is. He's killing it. He's absolutely crushing it right now. It's still pretty scary. The storms, the disruptor hits all over the place. The Archons getting the hits, and GG! Astrea gets the win. Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me? Astrea was down 190 something for Reynor and like 110 for Astrea. I saw that number. Cannot believe he pulled that off. Astrea, monster, 20th ranked in Aligulac, takes a map off of Reynor today. Look at this resources lost. 52,000 and 32,000. That's insanely different. Huge advantage for Astrea, and he kills 8 hatcheries today, loses 2 nexuses, gets a couple canceled a few times. Yeah, he got the carriers out. He was dead. He was a dead nerd. Then he got carriers out. He made sure he had Archons for splash. He had disruptors for splash. He had Storm for splash. And keeping those disruptors alive was a big part of this too. That one battle up this way where the disruptors were all in the front, and I think they all got abducted up here, and there were lurkers hitting them. But then the lurkers all died, and the disruptors stayed alive. That was massive. I think if all the disruptors die there, that really slows down Astrea's ability to just keep pushing, and maybe he even falls back, and this turns into a different game. And I love that he didn't try to push in here. That's where Reynor was all set up. He just kind of wanders over, kills this base, ends up killing a total of 69 workers today. Nice. He loses 41 probes himself. He is no stranger to taking massive hits. But yeah, I mean, look, after Astrea's +2 air weapons was denied right here and had to get restarted, and after this base was not coming up, I was like, okay, so Astrea, it's just not happening. He's trying to stay alive with little zealot warpins. and Stalker run-bys and stuff, and they're doing some work, and maybe they're buying him little bits of time. But yeah, it's when the carrier group comes out and he's got the Archons and the Disruptors and the Stormmen, all of it's working for him. All of it's working for him. The Disruptor hits are really hard for Reynor to deal with. I mean, this is a composition that's insanely difficult for Zerg to deal with. And it's hard for Protoss to make work, too, obviously. 19 kills on that Disruptor, though. I mean, this is 22 kills on an Archon, 34 kill Archon. I mean, some of these are High Templar who gave their kills to the Archon when they merged, and the merging was complete. But yeah, I mean, it's just the Corruptors couldn't get in. You could abduct a carrier out of there, sure. But look at this. Storm hits, Archon hits. The Corruptors are like, ow, 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 ow. Army value's 117 to 78. His economy is nothing. Astrea is flipped over into the everything. I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed. That was absolutely impressive. That was so impressive. What a great display. Just an absolutely great display of PvZ there from Astrea. I was all ready to be like, well, you know, Astrea put up a good fight. You just kind of got overwhelmed there, though. But the longer game went on, Astrea just started massing and massing and pushing and getting up to that perfect stew. And Reynor was like, crap, that's not good. And then he had the Corruptors out and he had the Vipers out. And maybe some Neural Parasite would have been good. Maybe a little Fungal, some Parasitic Bomb could have helped. But once his economy was in the toilet, there was no option to do anything else. He had to go with the Corruptors and the Roaches, which were just blah, just garbage at this stage of the game. They had 3 attack. Oh, they didn't have armor upgrades today. That's interesting. Wait, did he? Yeah, +3 missile attack, and then ground carapace is at nothing. Oh, that's interesting. I mean, not that it's great against things like Storm. It doesn't help against Storm. Archons hit so hard. I don't know. Maybe you just don't bother with it. Maybe I'll stop getting ground carapace against Protoss in my games, if Reynor does it. But yeah, 2 shields, 3 ground. He didn't have ground armor either, interestingly enough. Huh. Interesting choices on both sides. But yeah, Astrea gets the win, and that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.